Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health, and coaching paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. Signs that you are not an introvert but maybe an extrovert is what this particular audio is about. We're kind of looking at that from a new level. We've got over 1,400 of these available for your listening pleasure. We'll continue to add wherever we can. The first thing is you are a person who prefers to spend time with friends or spend time socially as opposed to being by yourself. Obviously, introverts are known for wanting to be by themselves. Oftentimes, that is because the emotional connection with other people comes with it a certain level of emotional strain or emotional stress that comes with dealing with people on a regular basis. The openness to the possibility of connecting with strangers and or feeling like connecting with strangers can be a good thing is also another factor that can often be something that people are kind of looking at. So people who are more introverted tend to avoid strangers because there's so much fear or anxiety around the idea of, what if this person doesn't like me? What if this person is uncomfortable with me? What if they judge me? Whatever have you. Whereas for a person who is not in that mindset or not in the middle of that game on a mental level, there's challenges as it relates to ultimately making it kind of one of those things where um, it's there and it's valuable, and ultimately it's an interesting perspective at in any way. So the next thing there is kind of looking at the spontaneous nature of things. Spontaneity is one of the things that a lot of people are comfortable with when they are more extroverted. The opportunity to do new things and or the opportunity to connect with new experiences is something that a spontaneously minded person may be more apt to be comfortable with, as opposed to a person who is more extroverted, kind of looking at things from a perspective, or introverted, looking at things from a I want to know my routine, I want to know what's coming, I want to know the next thing that's going to happen for me. And so that becomes super overwhelming and kind of stressful for a number of reasons. A lot of times people don't necessarily realize that they are ultimately kind of leading themselves in a direction that may not be the best for them if they're cutting themselves off from new opportunities. But a person who is constantly stressed out with the idea of new people, such that an introvert may be, is often going to avoid those connections, whereas an extrovert certainly may take advantage of those opportunities. Staying busy is another thing that introverted people, are less likely to do. It's not that they won't do it, but at the end of the day, they're kind of looking at things from a perspective of, okay, well, I can just kind of kill time or, get wrapped up in a Netflix show, get wrapped up in doing something else. Whereas an extrovert is kind of looking at things from the perspective of, I want to go and do and see and experience as many things as I can. So social interaction, especially on weekends or during long term holidays, is more enjoyable for the extroverted person, um, and can be something that they actually crave. The quality of communication is also going to be higher for an extroverted person, in so much that um, being able to clearly, concisely, and directly speak about the things that matter most to them is something that an extroverted person is interested in doing, whereas an introvert may be more likely or more comfortable with the idea of kind of holding themselves not back, but holding themselves in abeyance of getting in over their head with any level of emotional kind of imbalance or overgiving or something of that general nature. So a good communicator is a person who knows where their boundaries are, is capable of expressing what they need, is capable of expressing what it is that is going to make them happy or healthy or comfortable on a mental, emotional, or physical level, and then being able to identify ways that ultimately things can come forward in a better way there. And that is something that a lot of times people are um, struggling with on a deeper level. So hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.